Brian Callahan is creating himself an absolute powerhouse in the AFC right now. So, not only are the Titans hiring Jaguars pass game coordinator Nick Foles as their new offensive coordinator under Brian Callahan, right, which already is a really good addition and pickup, they're also going ahead and picking up, if we go up here, Bill Callahan. That's right, his father. His father is the offensive line coach for the Cleveland Browns, and arguably one of the best in the business at his position, as it says right here. And he is leaving Cleveland to play under his son, Brian Callahan, who again is a new Titans head coach. And I'm already kind of 1000% sure of this, but when Tyler Boyd hits free agency next month, he's probably going to head himself over to Tennessee. Now, here's the thing, right? Because Tennessee, obviously, they're most likely going to lose Derrick Henry. Unless, maybe Brian Callahan finds a way to keep him. But if we go to their roster, they have $68.1 million. They have a lot of money. A lot of money to spend. So, the idea, or thought was, they're going to lose Derrick Henry because his contract's up. Actually, let me check. His contract's up. He has 2 void years. So that means whoever signs Derrick Henry, by the way, for those who are saying we're going to sign Derrick Henry, let me just explain how void years work. Void years are added years to the end of a contract. So, for example, they owe Derrick Henry $5.4 million and $4.7 million. So, if we pick him up, this won't actually affect us in any way, but they will still have to pay Derrick Henry no matter what. So there's a possibility here that Derrick Henry just goes right back to Tennessee because now Brian Callahan's going to probably want to keep him as he is a big asset to their team. We'll have to see, though, because it's going to come down to how much Derrick Henry will take and how much money he wants, especially with the fact that he is 30 years old. He's kind of, on that cliff free falling. We'll see if he'll take less money to stay with their said team. But outside of that, we just take a look at their squadron. They're going to have to re-sign Terrell Edmonds. That's 1,000%. Denico Autry, they can let go. It doesn't really matter. Nick Westbrook, you want to bring him back. Aaron Brewer, probably bring him back. Chris Hubbard, you can let him go. Chris Moore, you can let him go. Especially if you bring in Tyler Boyd. I think that's pretty okay. There's no one here that I'm looking at their roster here. I mean, there's a couple guys you're going to want to bring back no matter what. But there isn't any crazy players that they could potentially lose. So it's very possible they hit free agency next month with $68 million, and maybe after they sign all these guys, they might drop down to like $40, $30 million. They're going to have some money to spend. And again, like I said, Tyler Boyd's probably going for us, probably going there. They might get, I know they have Peter Sheronsky on the right-hand side. Who do they have on the left-hand side? Let me see their depth chart. Titans depth chart. Let me see something. Because I know they have Peter Sheronsky they just drafted, who's a left tackle. Who's the right tackle? Oh, that is Chris Hubbard. That is actually Chris Hubbard. Okay. So Chris Hubbard is 32 years old, right? I mean, it's possible they bring in Jonah. Obviously, Jonah played all year this year under Brian Callahan. Maybe they bring in Jonah. Maybe Brian Callahan's father, Bill, can actually do something with him. Yeah, so maybe Bill can do something with Jonah Williams and figure that out. And with Hubbard now on the last year of his contract, he's 33 years old. Maybe you bring in Jonah Williams. So it's very possible a lot of our free agents end up just going straight over to Tennessee and playing for the Titans. So it's going to be interesting to see how this works out because they could also use Cheeto in that secondary. Cheeto, Nick Scott, DJ Reader. I mean, right now, obviously, you have Jeffrey Simmons, one of the best in the game. But instead of Kyle Pecco, who's a rookie, they could bring over DJ Reader. Like, we could see the Tennessee Titans, in a way, become the Tennessee Bengals. That would be interesting. That sucks, too, because I hate the Titans. And we play them. We play them this next year. So we're going to have to figure something out, because if they bring back Derrick Henry, like when we got destroyed by them, right? Because we got absolutely demolished by the Titans. A lot of it did come down to Derrick Henry. And when I say a lot of it, I mean almost all of it. If you look at that game, Derrick Henry he threw a touchdown against us. He had 122 yards on the ground and a touchdown. And in that game, he caught a 11-yard pass. So he did everything against us. You take away Derrick Henry in that game, and that game is still a blowout, but it's a lot more of a reasonable blowout. I thought he caught a touchdown against us. Dude, he did so much. I thought he was even catching against us. But anyway, though, again, like I said, you take away that, it's less of a blowout. It's 20-3. But I feel like you take away Derrick Henry from that offense, DeAndre Hopkins, he's going to come back, right? You got, obviously, the quarterback, Will Levis. He's young, but he's going to develop. And Brian Callahan's great mind. He's going to help him develop into a great player. That's going to be a tough team to play this year, especially with them bringing in Bill Callahan, great offensive line coach. Get that offense. That's the biggest problem with the Titans, has always been the offensive line. The offensive line's been a problem. Their defense has always been great. It's really been figure out the quarterback position, get a good offensive line, and you're going to go very far. And if they bring Henry back, plus their line now is great, maybe they bring in Jonah potentially, and he actually works for them, then they go ahead and Will Levis progresses. This is going to be another scary team in the AFC, and we play them this year. This is going to be so fun. If you can't tell my sarcasm, that's sarcasm. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one.